I'm getting married. Hey, what's up? How are we today? It's Mebby, and I'm totally lying. What? No. But today we are going to watch 4 other people get married because I feel the urge to show you my favorite show from when I was like 10 years old on vacation. And that is a show that was on TLC called 4 Weddings. I bet you can't guess what the show was about. Now, like I said, during my childhood on vacations, we just had cable accessible to us, so my sister and I would sit on the couch while people were like getting ready for dinner, cooking, or showering, or getting ready for the day. And we were children and didn't have to do anything because life was good. We would sit on the couch and we just turn on TLC and be brain rotted with hours of 4 weddings and say yes to the dress. And you know what? I think that made me the person I am today. It's also commonly a show that will just be on when you're trying to go to sleep in the middle of the night, and again, you only have access to random cable, and then you just fall asleep to it and wake up randomly at 4 a.m. to the most insane show on TLC being played. But hey, that's what life really is all about. Now I just watch a show whenever I'm bored or just need like background noise while I'm doing something, but it still hits, and I feel like I need to share this with you because honestly, the amount of people who have watched 4 weddings is criminally low. But you know what is criminally high? The amount of people who watch my videos but aren't subscribed. So if you're watching this video and you happen to not be subscribed and I am entertaining you at all, if you could like go check and hit the button, that would be so awesome. But anyways, today is the day where I'm using my channel to educate people on this amazing TLC show, obviously. They have a couple episodes up on YouTube, and I just want to specify, I watched the USA version. There is a UK version, but I have always grown up with the American one, so we're just gonna watch that one. I think the UK one would actually scare me. That would be a culture shock. But the American episode I've chosen today is Bold Themes and Breathtaking Venues. They all have little sassy titles like that. I love it. Before we start this episode, this is how the show goes. So there are 4 brides and 4 weddings. Wow! And all these brides go to each other's weddings, and then at the end of each wedding, they give it an experience ranking, which is like 1 to 10. And then at the end of the show, everyone gets a ranking based on 3 other categories, which is food, dress, and venue. And those are not ranked on a scale of 1 to 10. Those ones are ranked 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place, just to keep the point manipulation to a minimum. And then at the end of the show, all the points are tallied together, a limo comes around to the girls, and then the winner's now husband will walk out and reveal that they won a honeymoon trip to somewhere. And boom, that's the show. That is every single episode of this show. And you know what? I eat it up every time. And you know what? Also, it did sound a little bit complicated coming out of my mouth, so we're just going to have to watch the episode. I don't know how else to explain it. So every episode starts off with this kind of chaotic compilation of what goes down in this episode with the narration of this sweet, sultry voice in the background.
So what if 4 brides agreed to attend each other's weddings to decide whose is best?
I'll be honest, as soon as I hear that voice, I'm sat. Because it is either an episode of 4 weddings or a planning video for a vacation I'll never go on. But either way, I'm sat. Also, don't know if you saw the compilation. It looks a little chaotic. I'm really only concerned about the person in the exploding bubble. Don't know what that is about, but I'm excited to see. I'm also concerned, but I'm excited to see it.
At stake is an awesome honeymoon to a surprise destination.
Crappy B-roll footage of Florida. Yeah, I trash someone's wedding and kill another bride for that.
Which of these brides will see her groom step out of the prize winner's limo? Find out after 4 weddings.
Also, if you want an idea of what decade or era this show took place in, you just have to watch the intro. I can smell the colors off of this screen. I am so locked in, it's not even funny. Also, those colors were in every middle school girl's bedroom in the 2000s and 2010s. Like, they were unavoidable. And that tells you everything you need to know about this show. And next we get a little introduction of the bride. So let's meet the people who are gonna listen to bitch and moan for the next 40 minutes. I am so excited.
Meet Alexis, a retail manager in Philadelphia who spent a lifetime planning her big day.
I've been thinking about my wedding since I was 4. It's a do-it-yourself budget of $30,000.
Oh girl, Alexis, they did you dirty. I am so sorry. Could they not get any other B-roll shot? Like, is that all they had of you? That was not a wind machine. That was all natural. I guess you wanted her B-roll footage to be DIY too.
We also are making the centerpieces with hot pink fuchsia feathers.
What do you think?
Her man, Dan, knows how to keep his fiancée sweet.
It's tall and pink.
Isn't it beautiful?
Dan's allergic to feathers, and I told him he might have to get over it. All about me, people.
Hey, girl, I don't know if you know this, but you can't win for weddings unless you have a wedding with your fiance alive. So maybe just cut down on the feathers a little bit. And next we have Lisa.
I'm not a princess, although some would disagree.
Lisa is a high-powered healthcare executive leading the high life in New York.
Lisa is eating already, and I love her.
I just want to marry my man, and I want to have a good time.
Lisa's lucky man is Richard.
Okay, age gap. I love that for her. You know, Richard seems nice, and his name implies many reasons that they may be together. Is he rich, or is it his nickname? That would be
She's laying out $150,000 for a stunning view and surprises.
Oh, awesome. Let me just run that through like a little inflation checker real quick. That is roughly $230,000 today. Okay, awesome. That's a house.
If our guests blink, they will miss something.
Now on to the next bride in this quadette? That's not the right word for it, but you know what I mean. Quartet, that's it.
I feel like a dress code at a wedding is kind of silly. You know, people are already giving you a gift. So having someone buy a dress or rent a tuxedo for a wedding is a little bit much.
Okay, this is Jane, and I already love this girl. I feel as though she is pure in heart and kind in soul.
And she's painting the town pink for $40,000.
I really, really love the color pink. The colors for the wedding are pink, pink, and more pink. All the bridesmaids are going to be wearing a fuchsia, bright pink color.
This is the 2000s. It's gonna be unescapable, I'm just telling you that now.
It's definitely going to be a lot of drinking. Our wedding is going to be like a huge party.
I consider myself conservative. I'm having a sweet and simple wedding. It's going to be very quaint, peaceful, and romantic.
This is Jennifer, and I can already tell she is going to be causing the least amount of drama. And I am willing to put money on that. I'm standing Jennifer already.
Jennifer's a nurse from Queens, New York. Her prescription for the perfect day is to start early and honor your heritage.
It will be a Sunday brunch, Western style with a touch of Chinese traditions.
So then after introductions, all the girls meet over what would be tea in any other country, but since this is America, champagne. And then they kind of just recap what we already heard in the intros to each other because they have to reach that 45-minute episode mark somehow. And one thing I love about this show is they get dramatic of enough people to make the show interesting, but not dramatic enough that it causes chaos all the time in every episode. They're always like a little snarky behind the camera, but then to each other's face, they're like always girls, which is like very real, honestly. And this is one of the nice moments where they're all like complimenting each other and being girls after learning about each other's weddings.
My son will be walking me up the aisle.
How nice. That's
and
nice.
Richard's children will give him away.
Oh, that's cute. Good.
I'm making the cake and the cupcakes.
I thought it was very sweet that she is making her wedding cake, so I can't wait to taste that. Can you describe your dress?
It's a very large ball gown. It has a big train. It's a good bit of extra fabric in the back.
I'm excited to see Alexis's dress. It sounds like a feathery, petally ball gown, and she's not a big girl, so its dress is gonna eat her.
Okay, well, actually, I don't know if that was a compliment. That's a little backhanded. Maybe she meant that she was like going to like eat in the dress. Like, yes, like eat it up, boots devoured slay. Maybe that's what she meant. But don't worry, these compliments, of course, will soon change, and that was just a sneak peek of it. The minute they step into another wedding, they will remember that there is a hotel room in Florida with their name on it. And then the killing will begin. Well, at least not literally. I don't think anybody has been killed on this show yet. And first up, we've got the $150,000 wedding from Lisa, and she's actually hosting a black tie wedding, which is normal. That's a normal thing. But have you guys seen the black tie wedding debate on TikTok? How like this girl's trying on all these dresses, and it's kind of like rage bait at this point. So let's just see what a black tie wedding looked like in the 2000s and see if the girls on TikTok are doing it right.
And we're here.
The venue sounds really different and it sounds expensive, so we'll see what it looks like inside. Wow, it's nice. Oh, lots of candles.
Oh, yeah, okay, honestly, just put Lisa on a plane to Florida. That's beautiful. She won. And yay, as far as the ceremony goes, it was great. They had cute vows. Lisa had like a 2000s dream dress. It was so iconic. And they only got a few side eyes from the brides. So, perf. Now it's time for the reception. And for some reason, it just looks like every indoor concert I've ever been to. Why are they always so blue? It is always so blue inside a concert venue. And apparently this reception too.
Let's go look at the view. If you love the shore, this is the place to be.
I love the view.
Yes, I also love staring into the black abyss of the ocean during the nighttime while a Hilton hotel stands ominously in the background. Nothing beats that.
Wait a second, guys. I think this is a mannequin, but real.
I'm frightened.
Me too, girl. What? Okay, as odd as that is and scary, honestly, there is no denying that they are serving. Like, they are serving down. I would have a staple piece like that at my wedding. They wouldn't even have to dress up. Just me, the love of my life, all of my friends and family, and a stranger I picked up off the street and told to stand there and serve face the entire time. The food was good. They drank mushroom soup out of little teacups, which is kind of camp, and to add to that campiness, while they were doing that, a sexy violin player was playing in the background, which, by the way, is their words, not mine.
Then out came the bubble man.
Okay, just by the way that was said, I know this is about to be somewhat traumatizing. So let's just watch this Bubbleman experience together.
Oh my God, he's gonna get in it. He's gonna get in the balloon, I bet. Excuse me? He's gonna get in the balloon. He gets in that balloon, I'm walking him out. Please don't get inside of the balloon. Oh, suffocating. I'm so scared, I know.
He blew up his own living space and then he rolled around inside of it.
It was so bizarre. Like, you're going from this black tie event to a like sideshow at a circus.
I was actually nervous. I didn't want to look at him. I was scared he was going to suffocate.
Hello? Their faces just say everything, I would have to say. And that girl like makes a good point. If I spent money on a black tie event for like a nice dress and a formal evening and this ended up happening, yeah, I think I would tweak a bit. I mean, it's still camp, don't get me wrong, but what the f***? All that being said, I would love to be a guest at this wedding, or at least be a fly on the wall, because I just don't know what's happening. And here is where everyone really starts to lose track of the reception.
So the Feather Girls came out, and then there was also, when you turned around, kind of surprised out of nowhere, was a really fun man on stilts. Me and the girls had fun dancing. The girls in the feathers would come over, and you know, if you got distracted or bored, you could look at the guy on stilts. So that was probably the point of the entertainment, and it did keep everybody excited.
What is happening? What is happening? I have never ever seen a wedding like that. I think Lisa predicted our short attention spans nowadays and is just basically having in real life Subway servers and soap cutting at her wedding. I mean, if it works, I guess. Lisa also changed her dress during the reception of her wedding, and Jennifer came out with this line.
I didn't like her second dress that much. I didn't think it complimented her that well.
Oh! Girl, that is hot tea. A fight's gonna start, the drama's picking up. I'm kidding. That is literally like as bad as the back talk gets, and it's all done in private behind a confessional camera. But I kind of love like that the audience are the only people who get like the hot goss from the other girls. We're in on it, but the others aren't. Like, we're getting all the tea, and I do love that for us. Because I know as a kid, I'd be like, girl, you were so right. Girl, tell us, because I agree. And then Lisa gives some ending remarks about her special day, because we haven't heard from her for like the entire wedding, which is good because she's been a little busy.
This was everything I expected and more, and I'd like to thank Richard for giving me this day, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have any of it.
She's probably referring to Richard's love, but she also is probably referring to the fact that this wedding was $150,000 and that couldn't be done without Richard's wallet.
And I especially want to thank him for loving me.
Oh, okay, so she was referring to his wallet at first. Honestly, I love a girl who's honest. And now it's finally time for the experience scores from the other wives.
I'm giving Lisa's wedding an 8.
I give Lisa's wedding an 8 out of 10.
I give Lisa a 8 out of 10.
Honestly, they all ranked this higher than I thought they would. Because as they were ranking, they're saying like, I'm giving this wedding an 8. It was really fun. However, it really just did not really feel that much like a wedding. Huh? I don't know if like they're all just like really nice and it was like the first wedding and they were kind of blown away, or if it's a little rigged. Who knows? That's how most of the weddings go. So let's see what the other girls have put together for their special days. Next, we have Alexis's wedding, which the producers named Feather Fantasy. So let's see why they did that. Maybe she is actually trying to kill her husband.
Dan's allergic to feathers.
I wish Jennifer was here.
I know, so do I. I feel so bad.
Yeah, I hope everything's okay with her family.
No! Jennifer couldn't be there because of a family emergency, so they subbed in her best friend Sue to like do the rankings for her. However, Sue doesn't come until later on in the weddings. So we've just got Lisa and Jane right now, but my baby girl will be missed.
Alexis's wedding is being held at a Philadelphia art gallery. The setting showcases the bride's couture gown, which is a work of art in itself.
Is it? Okay, well, if I am being honest, I did dress up every Barbie on the wedding game on Barbie.com like this. So, I mean, this really is like the iconic 2000s dream. This was Coachella 2009.
I want to be able to see everything.
Ceremony seats are available for family members. It's standing room only for everyone else.
So this was like the only issue with the ceremony of this wedding. Only family members were allowed to sit down and then everybody else had to stand like it was the pit of a concert.
No, like, I finna be in the pit.
And this could be like problematic in a lot of ways for people with disabilities or health issues, but also it's just really awkward. But besides that issue, the ceremony went on without a hitch.
She is so sweet. The flower girl threw feathers. It's different, and I like the unexpected.
What's going to be unexpected is when Alexis's husband drops dead in the middle of the wedding because of his allergic reaction to the feathers.
Dan's allergic to feathers.
Possible premeditated manslaughter aside, it's time for Alexis's big entrance, which is paired with this amazing moment and sound effect.
Look how beautiful.
I don't know why it kills me, but honestly, I want this to happen every time I enter a room for an event. My graduation, the birth of my first child, or Alexis's husband's funeral. Anyway, the ceremony went well, the vows were cute, Dan didn't die yet, and now it's time for the cocktail. Now it's time for the cocktail hour and the reception.
Post the cocktail hour, we went to the second level of the venue for dinner.
Okay, the Barbie movie marketing was really on top of their game. I mean, they started even 15 years before the movie came out.
All right, so let's look for Coldplay.
Okay, I see the Chelsea.
Okay.
Each table was named after their first 10 dates.
For weddings tea aside, that's adorable. That is so cute, naming the tables instead of numbers after your first few dates. That's adorable, I want to steal that. Also, Sue, Jennifer's replacement for this wedding, is here now and she's a queen.
I know Jennifer really well. Our tastes are very similar. I would definitely be able to be your eyes and ears here. Feathers? I've never actually seen feathers being used
I've never
before.
seen feathers
This
either.
is seriously modern.
I just didn't like some of Alexis's ideas. I think she should have toned a couple things down to make it a little more sophisticated.
Okay, I'm sorry. Jane, in that interview, she had a little hickey. That's tea. Anyway, like Jane said, some of the girls thought that she could have like turned it down a little bit on the feathers. Dan probably thought that too.
Dan's allergic to feathers.
But other than that, they seemed to have a genuinely pretty good time. They were very nice to Sue.
I had fun dancing with Lisa and Jane. They're really sweet. They really took me under their wing and showed me around since I got there late.
Which, again, there might be a little bit of drama sometimes with the show, but they're all like really girls usually. They just have fun together and it's cute. I like the show. It's like so low stakes and the girls actually sometimes seem to like each other.
Love Alexis's dress. It's gorgeous, the detail. It's the dress for a princess.
I really think the dress swallowed up Alexis. She's a very cute girl with a very nice figure. It was too much dress for a little girl. If there was like a peacock there, it might have mated with her.
Scratch what I previously just said. Jane's heart is apparently not full of kindness and joy. Hello? What was that? 1, Jane, that statement came across as very jealous, and 2, saying that a peacock would mate with her on the night of her wedding is an insane statement to make. That is not what a girl's girl would do. Nuh-uh. Also, she clearly does not understand that that is part of Alexis's murder plot. Get with the program. Anyway, they had a good time, and now it's time for their experience scores.
I'm giving Alexis an 8 out of 10.
On behalf of Jennifer, I gave Alexis's wedding an 8 out of 10.
Which all seem pretty reasonable, except Jane.
Overall, for Alexis' wedding, I'm gonna give her a 5. Which is average.
Jane and Alexis have to have some kind of beef, I swear to God. Something must have happened at Lisa's wedding. Either that, or I have a theory that they actually went to the same school and had sorority drama together. Because that is low-key a crazy score compared to what everyone else gave her. I feel manipulated. I really thought Jane would be nice. But now, it is time for Jane's wedding, so we're gonna see if this tea is dished right back at her from Alexis.
Jane's wedding was held at a hotel. It was better than average than most hotels, but it was still a hotel.
Okay, pause. I might be onto something here. These girls have secret gossip about each other that they are not sharing, I swear.
That color is perfectly fuchsia. In my world, it's a bride's wedding, so if she wants pink, I support her.
Okay, pause. Actually, Alexis seems pretty nice. I think this is just a Jane thing. I don't know what her issue is, but I don't think it is Alexis's problem at all. Anyway, the ceremony was very nice. Again, not really any issues. One thing they did was like they zoomed on the hands when they were putting the rings on each other. And what like I love about weddings is when you can like see their hands shaking when they're doing it. Like they're just so nervous and overcome with emotion, and it's just a little cute. The biggest issue after the ceremony, however, was the cocktail hour because it was just in a hallway with 230 people. And like, yeah, honestly, I would have hated that too if I was in a space where I didn't know anyone and felt like I was in the way. So I understand them like not loving this docking points for that. Like that is completely understandable. And now it's time for the reception. And if I'm being honest, for someone whose whole theme was pink, Jane, Alexis kind of ate you up, and that wasn't even her theme. Oh my god, maybe that's why Jane was upset with her, because she knew Alexis ate her up. She knew Alexis ate down devoured, and she was jealous. Oh my god, this is making so much sense. Also, there were fish centerpiece, which is definitely a choice. I don't know what kind of choice it is, but it's definitely a choice.
Hope they're not serving fish. I hope they're not serving fish too.
Now it's time for the party that Jane said this would be, and from the other brides' descriptions, it actually did sound like it was.
Jane had a very enthusiastic crowd. It was a dance party from dinner on. We did dance. We didn't get in there as much because there was a lot of sweaty rubbing, but we tried to get in there.
Yeah, that's definitely how I want my wedding to be described. Sweaty rubbing. Also, someone spilled a drink down Jennifer's back. I'm not okay with that. No, she deserves better. Pause. They just showed 2 men randomly kissing at the end, which is totally fine, of course. I just don't know why they decided that that was the last tape, the very last tape of this wedding that needed to be shown. Like, they had to get that in there. Jane seemed to have a good enough time, though, so now let's see those experience scores.
For my overall experience, I give Jane a 6 out of 10.
I'm giving Jane's wedding a 6 out of 10.
I would definitely give it a 7.
Alexis gave her the best score, so honestly, I do not know what Jane's issue is. It is clearly not Alexis's issue. And these scores, karma. And also, I agree with them. And now it's time for the final wedding. Jennifer, my queen, my absolute queen. It was a very simple wedding and was only $20,000, which yes, it is extremely privileged to say only $20,000. But I mean, compared to all the other weddings, especially the $150,000 one, this was the cheapest one of all of the 4. The ceremony started, and you know what? I did not coin Jennifer for being a fuchsia girl, but this just proves that this was an inescapable thing in the 2000s. If I never saw this color again, I don't think I would care that much. But that being said, it would also mean I would never be allowed to watch an episode of this show again, because in every single episode, at least one of the brides has bridesmaid dresses in that color. And I just can't be asked to give this show up, so actually scratch that. Okay, and let me just say, Jen ate down that dress that hair, the flower, she just looks so good, and honestly, I think I'm her biggest supporter at this point. The ceremony went great, and now it's time for party time. So this was a brunch wedding. It was like at 11 a.m. and the brides complained about there not being tea or coffee at the open bar.
Any coffee or tea?
Don't be serving that after dinner.
They'll serve that after the brunch.
There wasn't any coffee at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Girl, you could have gotten coffee before while you were getting ready. This is a wedding. And then they just continued to order mimosas, which is also a brunch drink. So they got what they wanted. Oh, I don't know why that annoyed me. I think it just, Jen is my bias, and I just can't have anyone hurting her or her feelings. But also, girls, why are you complaining about an open bar when I know that if they didn't have an open bar, you would also be complaining? Hey, what? They actually ended up enjoying the cocktail hour and made it to the reception fine, so I'm sorry for getting defensive. I just can't. And Jen also changed her dress, and it is so pretty. Oh my god. All the brides are complimenting her, and she's dancing with her husband, and pause. Sorry, what? Are those Converse? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Jen, run. Please, run. Girl, what? Absolutely not. If my partner wore Converse to our wedding, wow, I'm looking as good as that? No. Absolutely not. They also had an entire pig there, which like, okay, yeah. It's not a huge deal, might seem a bit weird, but it actually is a cultural thing that means like good luck. But the brides, despite knowing this, still complained about it, which feels a little bit icky. Like, it's okay that you've never seen that before and to have a bit of a taken aback reaction, but to still complain after knowing its meaning, I just feel like you can't really dock points for that. I thought the rest of the wedding was great. The other brides complained about it being weird that it was in the middle of the day and that they were still having a party. Like, you shouldn't be partying in the middle of the day, which I can agree that might be a little disorienting to be on a dance floor at 12 p.m. and then be in your bed at 3 p.m. But it was a traditional choice, and also it means that the couple has the rest of the day to decompose, which is great. So get over it. I don't know what to tell you. And now it's time for the bride's experience scores.
Giving Jen's wedding a 4.
I gave Jen's wedding a 5.
I'm giving Jen's wedding a 3 out of 10.
Those are criminal. I'm upset at these scores for many reasons. Not only do I love Jen, but also it just comes across as very snooty and privileged, such as Alexis's.
The guest is really important. If you don't give them any ambiance, any decor, something to make them feel special, it kind of just becomes a wasted afternoon.
And Jane is just mean, I think.
I just couldn't get past the fact that there was a dance party going on. If you want a dance party wedding, have it at night.
That wasn't the point, and they actually did it on a budget compared to you guys. So I don't even know. My own personal gripes aside, it's time for the final scores and to see who is actually going to Florida. Spoiler alert, they're actually going to Aruba. It's fine. I just don't know why they use that B-roll at the beginning of this. And I would go over all of the rankings from the brides, but not only is that too complicated, they don't even go over all of them in the show. So they also know it's too complicated to do that. But those rankings are converted into points and then given to all of the brides. But before we know everyone's final score, we have to see the new wife's husband come out of the limo to see who actually won.
My goodness.
Is it here? Is the limo here?
I think it's here.
Should we go out and look?
Yeah.
So whose wedding triumphs?
I'm so happy I'm not watching this on cable because they would actually cut to a commercial break and I would lose my mind. I don't know if it's like my period cramps, but my stomach's actually on edge. Okay, sorry, for a second I forgot Richard was a person and just thought one of the bride's fathers came out of the limo. Oh, my bad. But yeah, Lisa won, which I'm a little torn about because she was honestly one of the most mature and nice people at all the weddings, but also she spent $150,000 on her wedding. I'm pretty sure she has enough spare change aside for her own honeymoon, but what do I know? At least Jane didn't win. She was starting to piss me off. And here is the final point breakdown for anyone who is desperate to know. Lisa got first with 92 points. Jane got second with 83 points. Alexis got third with 73 points. And Jennifer got fourth with only 56 points, which I'm upset, okay? Also, Jane still got a high ranking score, so we're just gonna have to ignore whatever is going on in my brain right now. And you know what? At the end, no one is that upset. They remain girls, they remain mature, they hug each other, and then they leave. So, love. Again, the show starts some drama, but it's never too much, which keeps it low stakes, easy to watch, and it's great. No fights and no murder, except for Dan. No one has seen him in a while, and I'm kind of concerned. And yeah, that was 4 weddings. Yay! Honestly, I could watch 50 episodes of that show in a row, and it would not be an issue for me. It's kind of like the perfect brain rot, to be honest. I was entertained, it wasn't too high stakes, and I even got some inspiration for my own wedding in the future, especially the Bubble Man. That is going to be mandatory. Sorry for the camera angle change, my car died at the outro, which did not make me tweak at all. Anyway, that was 4 weddings. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed me introducing you to this show, okay? If you like this show, if you like this video, feel free to type that in the comments below. And while you're down there, you can hit the like button. And while you're down there, you can hit the subscribe button. Like I said, the majority of my viewers are not subscribed, so I think we should fix that. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I love you. Bye. Honestly, this video low-key encouraged me to have a 4 weddings binge tonight, so that is what I'm going to be doing. I'll see you guys later. I'm going to go bed rot.